Now, most people after this show, they come up to me and they say, wow, how do you keep that energy throughout your show? And the truth is that I get my energy for performing from my mom, because every Saturday night, my parents would call all the people in the area where we live, and they would sit them down in the living room, because we grew up in Northern California, in San Jose. And during the 1970s, that's when SEEC was being invented. And my mother and her friends decided to go ahead and get together in order to keep the tradition of ASL going. And I remember one night, I went into the living room, and I sat and watched and learned as my mother stood in front of the crowd of deaf people and went, hey, everybody, get each other's attention. Hey, look, hey, deaf blind. Look at me. Okay, I'm going to tell you all a story. Are you ready? There was a cowboy on a horse. He went on his horse. He had 2 guns and a big hat and a big lane. And he passed a tree. And there was a woman there. And when she was done with the story, the deaf people were aghast. They clapped and they fucking. So I saw my dad telling the story. I was inspired to tell my own. So I went up to my mom. So I said, Mom, can I tell a story too? And she said, yes, but you have to use ASL. I said, I will, of course. My mom acquiesced, and she said, hey, look at me. My son wants to get up and tell you all his story. Do you mind? Hey, deaf blind, look at me. Do you mind? And all the people went, oh, that is so cute. Let him go ahead and tell his story. So I got up in front of all those deaf people in the living room. And I said, Mom, I want to go ahead and sign a song. Sweetie, you have a deaf crowd. Do you mind? My son wants to sign a song. And everyone said, but we're deaf. No, I know. My son is retarded. And then people, well, they just had to hear my song. I was very excited.
My God, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends. No, who understands those rap guys? They only talk to her because she looks like a total prostitute, okay? I mean, her butt is just so thick. I can't believe it's just like round and out there. She's just so flat.
I like big sports and I can't lie.
Your response was better than the response that I got that night.
What the hell is that?
Hey! Keith Mom. Who taught your son ASL? My mom went, my husband did. He's mainstream now. So, the next Saturday night, everyone gathered as usual. I went in, my mom went, hell no. But, Mom, I want to tell a story. You embarrassed me last week. You use ASL. Yep, ASL. My mom went, okay, hold on. Do you mind? That mind, look away. That people went, all right, let's hear it. So, for the first time, I did an ASL performance. One day. The sun sank to the horizon, and a deaf man and a deaf woman went up to each other. And met. And the two of them looked at each other, fell in love, and got married. And one night, they were driving, looking for a hotel on their honeymoon. Yeah, I finished my story. And when I was done, deaf people were like, hey, that's not half bad for a retarded boy. Oh, yeah. That filled me with this fire that I've carried ever since. The next day, I went to school, and I went up to my friends, hey, guys, gather around, look at me, I have a funny story to tell you. Okay, one day, a deaf man met a deaf woman, they looked at each other, they fell in love, they got married, they were looking for a hotel during their honeymoon. One boy went, excuse me? This isn't open for Q&A, dude. What is it? You said they were deaf? Yes, they were deaf. How did deaf people drive? Shut up. So I went on with my story. Then the second boy went, hey, what is it? You said you were deaf? How do deaf people have sex? Okay, you shut up too. So I went on with my story, and a third boy stuck his hand in the air. And I went, what? He said, you said they were deaf. Right? Yes. Capital D, deaf, for goodness sake. They will sue you at the drop of a hat. How do deaf people eat? How do deaf people eat? How do they eat? The same way they have sex. Sloppy and loud. I don't know. Oh, thank you, sloppy and loud. I'll take that down. My mom. Yeah, she thought she could speak very well. But really she could speak so, okay, not good at all. She had one sound for every single word, and that word was Abu. When my mother called my name, it sounded like this. Abu! Abu! When my mother looked for the dog, it sounded like this. Abu! Abu! Not you, Abu! You, Abu! When my mother went outside for a walk, and she would notice that it started raining, she would look like this. Abu. One night, our dog got out of the yard. My mom looked for that dog. Abu! 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 For several hours she went on. The next day I went to school. I went into the class and I noticed that all my friends were really freaked out. They were terrified. I said, what's wrong? They said, last night we heard a monster screaming throughout the neighborhood. Okay, monster. Anyway, hey, do you want to come over to my house after school and play? Okay, you go ahead and bring your Christmas toys. Bring your football, bring your Star Wars action figure, and I will bring my yellow SEE book, which on my chair at home. So all of us went into my house and we were playing after school, and then we heard something. My friends were freaked out. Oh my gosh, it's the monster from last night! That's not a monster. Come on, I'll prove it to you. Where's my mom and dad? Well, I don't know. Let's see where that sound is coming from. Then we heard it again.